But today we're dealing with those brutal temperatures, and I mean, they're pretty low.
And the possibility of a little more surprise snow.
Oh, goodness.
I just can't trust anything.
Now listen, you didn't say that in the last hour. Y'all, she didn't say that in the last hour.
No, I said flurries the last hour, but I want to show you what I'm seeing on the radar here, everyone, because it's really interesting. So here's the radar view over the past 4 hours. We saw that snow in Kansas City. It fell apart. And then a little patch started to develop over here towards the middle of the state. You can see this here falling apart, and then all of a sudden, boom, right there, this little patch. That's the nature of snow that can just make it so frustrating, is all of a sudden it goes from one area and then you see that area develop. That area is a little bit closer to us here, so we'll have to watch and see if that comes in. Right now it's incredibly light over Columbia, but that could make its way in, and you just never know. When it encounters a little bit more moisture, it could come down. Now, one thing that's a little different from yesterday is we are quite dry outside, and dry weather tends to eat up a lot of that snowfall. On our future cast here, overcast conditions, it does bring in a few little flurries towards the end of the evening. You can see that there as that tracks through about 1 a.m. tonight. So it's showing a few flurries. That's not to say we won't get some earlier on in the evening. So be prepared for that and check in with us later on this evening. Tomorrow morning, we will be mostly clear, which brings us to dangerously cold conditions. We're seeing them this morning, single-digit temperatures. Protect your hands, toes, and your nose as you walk outside. And that is just because, you know, some of us, we go outside, we run right to our cars. But if you spend any more than about 5 minutes in this, you can actually start to have some of the repercussions from that, from frost nip to frostbite. This is the view over Chesterfield. What a difference a day makes here. Still a little bit of snowfall hugging the shoulders, but that's about it. Still be very careful as you merge and change lanes, because you never know exactly how much icing there might still be on the ground. 0 in St. Louis right now. It is 3 in St. Charles. The 14 and 16 you see here, I think that's picking up on the actual temperature, not the feels like temperature. Those stations might just only be reporting the actual temperature. 6 in Alton. Over the next several hours here, low 30s for us with a good mix of sun and clouds outside, dropping overnight tonight into the low teens again. Gusts up to 35 is going to make that feel like the single digits. Okay, everyone, one more night of these incredibly cold conditions as we drop down to 13 degrees on Monday. It is still winter after all. We warm up. That 48 on Wednesday is going to feel downright balmy compared to what we're dealing with right now. So we can look forward to Wednesday. And then Friday, Saturday, this is your verbal warning. Saturday is looking a little bit interesting for us, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. As we get a little bit closer, we might actually end up going with that written warning of snow. I'm sorry, kids, that it's falling on a weekend and not on a weekday when you could have a snow day.